Good morning, boys and girls. Are you so excited to be back to school? I know that I'm excited and that I have missed you guys so much. Today for math and this week for math, we are starting to learn about the teen numbers. And usually that is a number that is the number and then says teen after it. But in between there are a couple numbers that are a little bit different, and 11 is the first one. What number do you think that 11 comes after when we're counting? It comes after the number 10, right? And when we write the number 10, we really have to use two numbers. When we write the number 10, we use a 1 and a 0. When we write the number 11, we write a 1 and then a 1. Now we want to make sure that when we write a 10, our numbers aren't spread out like this, because this I would read as 1 and 0. I wouldn't read it as 10. Okay? Numbers that have two digits, and digits just a fancy word for number. When it has two digits, the digits have to be close together, so that way we know that this is one number and not two separate numbers. Okay? So we want to make sure that when we write our 11, our ones are close. Now, we don't want to make them this close, because this just looks like a thick line, right? I can't tell that there's two lines there. We want to make sure that they're evenly spaced, but close together, so that way we know that this is one number. Now, the numbers that we use and count up to 10 are usually pretty easy to look at and remember, but the numbers that have two digits get a little bit more tricky, okay? So we're going to work on those and practice those. Looking through your packet, you have these 4 cards. You're going to get these cards with all of the numbers that we're learning. These are just practice cards for you, so you can cut them out, you can hang them up. In the classroom, we have a math wall where it has the tens frame and the number, and it's written, and it shows the base 10 block, how you make the number with the base 10 blocks, and it has the tally marks. Okay, so I have sheets in the classroom that have these 3 on them, and then this one is different. This one we could practice counting to 11. Let's do that. Are you ready? Get your counting finger ready. We want to touch each one as we count it, so we know that we've counted it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Good job. And then remember that this is a 10 frame, and our first 10 frame is all filled up, and we know that because all the dots are there. So I could say, okay, I know that this is 10 when it's all filled up. I don't have to start counting from 1. I can just say 10 and 11 comes after 10. We could also practice counting from 1, 2. And remember that when we use a 10 frame, we start all the way over here at the top, on the top to the left, and then we go all the way across the top and then back down. All right, are you ready to count? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Good job. Down here's a little bit more tricky. We haven't super talked about tally marks. Tally marks are these little lines that look just like a line going up and down. But once we get 5 of them, the 5th mark goes across. It likes to be super fancy, and it likes to go across. But really, this helps us. So these lines are really super close together. And as we get more lines, and man, that's a lot of lines, and my eyes forget which one I counted because they're so close together. But with them crossed, I know that this is 5. Just like I knew that this was 10, I know anytime I see tally marks crossed in a bunch with one going across, that's 5. So soon we're going to learn how to count by 5s. So I would say 5, 10, and then one more is 11. Using base 10 blocks, we haven't talked super much about base 10 blocks, but I do have some right here. So this is called a stick, And you can see it in person on mine, but you can see it better on this page. So these are bits, and they represent 1, 1. And a stick represents 10. And I'll show you why. Here's one little number, so this represents 1. But let's see how many of these blocks are in this stick. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we call this the shape a stick, but it represents a 10 because there are 10 little squares that make up this stick. Okay, so a 10 plus a bit or a 1 is 11. I know that this is probably confusing because, again, we haven't talked about base 10 blocks a whole lot yet, but we will. But I did want to let you know what they are and introduce you to those. Okay. I can flip over. So we're going to do a couple of different pages for the number 11 today. I'll do the first one with you. Do you have a pencil? I'm going to use a blue just so that way you can see it, okay? Now, up here is a spot for our name, and I do want you to write your name because I am looking when you turn your paper in to see that you have written your name. When you come back to school, you're going to, we think that you should be able to write your name on all of your papers. You should be able to do that. So I'm checking to make sure that you're able to do that. Because remember, even though we're at home, we're still doing school. And at school, we have to write our name on our paper, and we're training our brains to do that. So the top of this paper says, let's learn the number 11. Trace and write. So first, when we make the number 1, we start always at the top and go straight down. Start at the top, straight down. You try. Always at the top, straight down. Okay, so we're going to trace these numbers 11. And notice that I'm not super flying through, but I'm controlling my pen, and I'm taking my time, and I'm trying to stay on the line. I'm using my handwriting muscles. All right. I'm not going to do this one, but this one you decorate. You can use crayons to draw polka dots or stripes or just color in the number 11. You can decorate that. This one says complete. I see 10, a space, and 12. What do you think goes here? What number comes after 10 but before 12? 11, right? And remember, we're drawing our line, our ones kind of close together so that way it looks like it's one number and not two different numbers. For this one, this is our base 10 blocks. And what we're going to do is we're going to color in 11 squares. If you want to use a crayon or a marker for this, you can. And you can also take your time and do it a little bit slower than I am. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and one more. All right. I do want to remind you that I'm doing this so that way I'm not taking your time. But I do want you to color in your squares a little bit more full. I would like you to color in your squares like this one is right here. Okay? Color in your squares like this one is right here. All right. And then it says highlight all the number 11s. So I do have a highlighter. If you don't have a highlighter, a yellow marker works. We usually highlight with yellow just because we want to still see what is underneath our marker. So if we use a dark color, we won't be able to see. So we want to find all the number 11s, and then we're going to highlight. Is this the number 11? It sure is. So I'm going to do one line through it. Is this the number 11? No. What about this one? Yeah. This one's still 11. So all of these numbers are different fonts, which is just a fancy way for saying how to write it. And people write different ways, but especially when we're looking at things in books or things that have been typed, there's so many different fonts on a computer that we should be able to recognize our numbers and our letters in all of those different fonts. Is this the number 11? No. What about this one? No. Is this? Nope. What about this one? This one is the number 11, right? One line. Is this the number 11? Sure is. What about this one? No. Is this one? Yeah. Is this the number 11? What about this one? No. Good job. All right. And then the last one says color it. So you can color the person if you want to. Oops. But what it's asking you to do is to color. Goodness gracious. I'm trying to put my marker away and it's just not working. It's asking you to color 11 in the 10s frames. So I'm going to use a marker to do that. And I'm going to count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's easier to color my squares whole when I'm using something that's bigger than my pencil. Okay, there's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Good job. So this is your first page. You have a couple more pages to do though. This one is practicing writing the number 11. We practice that over here, but we're practicing strengthening our handwriting muscles and practicing to remember how to write the number 11. So please do that. This blank spot at the end of this line is for you to practice writing your own number 11s without having the tracing buttons. And then these two are to practice spelling the word 11. 11 is a long word. E-L-E-V-E-N, 11. That's a long word. And then down here are different ways to represent the number 11. There's tens frames. There's tens frames again. There's base 10 blocks, and then there's the number. It says glue this, but we're not cutting it out or gluing it anywhere. We are going to cut out on this one, though. So this one says, let's count 11 cents. Down here, you're going to cut out these coins. And when I assigned this, I thought that they were all pennies, so that way it would be easy. But they are not all pennies. So, quick coin lesson. These are all pennies. I'll highlight them for you. You don't have to highlight them. These are all pennies, and a penny is worth 1 cent. So, if we have 1 penny, we have 1 cent, right? If we have 2 pennies, we have 2 cents. If we have 5 pennies, we have 5 cents. How many pennies would we need to make 11 cents? We would need 11 pennies, right? Well, let's count and see how many pennies we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We only have 8 pennies. Do we have enough pennies to just use pennies in our piggy bank to put 11 cents in our piggy bank? We don't, do we? We have to use these other coins too. These coins that I'm going to go around in green are called nickels. And nickels are worth 10 cents. Or, nope, I'm sorry. Nickels are worth 5 cents. 5 cents. So if I have 5 pennies, I have 5 cents. Or if I have 1